trip looming, we can't look past the task at hand tonight. We got to go out there and get the fans behind us early on. No one wants to leave home on a down note, especially me. So I better put my money where my mouth is and go out there and ball.
And a look across all the skyscrapers here in Cleveland, the site of our broadcast for tonight. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg. We'll go with a different look here. Freaks checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for James. And it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. And the Suns here with a different look. Henry Sims is checked in for Chandler. John Lure comes in for Markieff Morris. Warren's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Booker in for Brandon Knight. On the court for the Suns, we've got Henry Sims. Warren is out there with John Lure. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Booker in at the 2. And that one's good. Freak.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
Bledsoe against Irving. To the wing on the left. Booker dishes to Sims. It's tipped. And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns lead by 7. And back with the start. Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA.
The biggest difference is endurance, both mentally and physically. The college season is what, 30, 40 games max? That's not even halfway through an NBA season. Plus, you're playing against the best talent every night. I'm just trying to put in work, get in the gym, study film, and prepare myself for each and every game.
Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young players like that adjust to the long NBA schedule?
Well, you know, Kevin, they're going to give their teams the best chance to win no matter what the circumstance is. If that means playing young guys extended minutes, then all systems go. I mean, that's what being a pro is all about.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
And it's really about limiting their mistakes. And early on, they've been able to do that here in the first.
And, guys, I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways, and that's allowed them to widen that turnover margin.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Warren is out there with John Lure. Then there's Bledsoe, and then there's Henry Sims. And it's Booker in at the 2 spot. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Timberwolves really delivered. He had 9 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. He was just too much to handle as he came off the bench to turn in a great outing, guys. They hope it continues.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
Alex Lenz checked in for Lure. And the thing about Eric Bledsoe, he's an absolutely terrific athlete. Insane athletic ability, his speed with the ball, especially Greg in the open court. Remarkable.
Yeah, and when he gets a full head of steam, look out. He goes beast mode, if you will, and on the basketball floor. He really, truly is like a running back in the open field. Just too dominant in the low post to let him have the ball in that close.
Well, really simple opportunity for him. I mean, that's his bread and butter there.
Over to the left wing. Now, here's Warren. Tight defense on him, and the dunk by Len.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
And the pass to Sims. Lets it go from 14. Can't get it to go. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
Yeah, more than anything else, I think three-point shooting was the key, the catalyst, if you will, in that game.
Yeah, it's really a nice weapon to have because it makes things easier for you in other parts of your offense when you can knock down the three.
Cavaliers making a switch here. James is checked in. And then for Phoenix, Morris is checked in for Henry Sims. P.J. Tucker comes in for T.J. Warren. And it's Brandon Knight in for Booker. Here's Knight. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 3 assists now in this one.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Cavalier girls.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Anderson Varejao just in. Here's Knight. His last outing, 16 points for him. The feed to Booker. Here's Sims. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Cavaliers leading. And here's Freak. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. The Suns shooting a pretty sorry 29% from the floor here. The dish now to Booker. From past the arc, it drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot. 1:31 left in the first half. To the middle, stolen. He feeds it to Knight. Booker with it. He had 19 points in the win against Philadelphia. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Suns.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Knight into the lane. Pass to Lewis. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. LeBron kicks to Freak. Back to LeBron. Pass to Freak. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Shumpert. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. And here's Phoenix. They're on a 14-6 run. Knight into the lane. All alone. And Shumpert pulls it down.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
On the wing, Shumpert. Beyond the arc. No good. It's a tie game here in Cleveland.
Well,
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Freaks checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. Shumpert is checked in for LeBron. And Mo Williams subbed in for J.R. Smith. And the Suns here with a different look. Alex Len's checked in for Chandler. Henry Sims comes in for Morris. Warren's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Booker in for Eric Bledsoe. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
I mean, no stress in that one. Again, almost looked like a shoot-around for him. I mean, amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you'd see a team get that hot away from home.
Freak, he's in at center. Mo Williams out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Iman Shumpert, and it's Thompson in at the power forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. The screen from Thompson. Williams attacking. Shoots the 3. They get it again. Len with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Len. And Thompson kicks to Shumpert. Thompson sets the pick for Shumpert. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. Shumpert's got 5 now.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Len. Oh, he misses the dunk. Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Free kicks to Williams. Outside Shumpert. Thompson a screen on Knight. Shumpert with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Clock at 6. Stolen by Warren. And now it's Knight running. He can go all the way. Good. Knight's got 8 points in the quarter. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Suns.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
And Phoenix making a change here. Lures checked in. 1:57 left to play here in the third. Outside Shumpert. 5 on the clock. Freak passes to Thompson. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go. Down low, and Lure kicks to Booker. Here's Knight. Here's Lure. Cans the shot from the wing.
After what was just a horrendous shooting performance in the first half, they finally started to find their stroke.
And amazing that they hold the lead with how poorly they shot in the first half, but they've defended at a high level and remain in control. Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
They double in with Freak. Lots of room. Lure can't hit.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Good. And that's 13 points for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Len with a screen on Irving. Knight against Irving. Great D that time from Irving.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Freak dishes to Shumpert. To tie, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
James checked in for Cleveland. Here's Lure, covered by LeBron. 6 to shoot. Pass to Len. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
15 foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, LeBron James. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for LeBron.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a... So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but Clark, a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?